Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Killer, coming to you on Peacock. And this is a remake of the John Woo action thriller starring Chow Yun-fat. And this is indeed directed by John Woo, who remade his own film, giving it a little bit more of a French flair as this takes place in Paris. You have this wonderful score that really sets the tone from Marco Beltrami. And this film really captures the energy of what makes a John Woo action thriller that exciting. Ooh, there's the slow-mo. There certainly is. There's also doves, because of course there are. And there is some wild, crazy fun moments action-wise. I feel like there's a little bit too much over editing at certain points in some of the action sequences in this particular film, which is strange for John Woo. But there are some. There's a moment. There's a moment involving the lead of the film, Natalie Emmanuel, doing a springboard, flying head scissors, and just straight up shooting like 5 people while doing this stunt. And it's just like, yes, this is a John Woo action movie. And there's probably doves flying in the background in slow motion. And this is exactly what makes this fun and exciting. And I think it misses a bit of the spark of what really made John Woo's peak films in his Hong Kong era really work. But I think this film has enough fun and energy and vibrance in its action to keep the audience engaged and having a fun time. I think Natalie Emmanuel and Omar Sy both have enough chemistry here together. They have a good rapport with each other in this back and forth of Emmanuel's assassin winding up on the same side as Sy's policeman. And they're just two very charismatic performers who charm the hell out of you along the way here. I really like Natalie Emmanuel, and it's nice to see her growing out of the Game of Thrones era of her career where she played Missandei. And, of course, she's been in some of the Fast and Furious movies and Maze Runner, but seeing her at the forefront here, leading this action flick, stepping into the shoes of Chow Yun-fat. That's a big deal, and she really nails it. And Omar Sy is just such a charismatic presence. I wish he would really break through more in American cinema. I know he was Bishop in the Days of Future Past film, and he was in Jurassic World, but this really is a great vehicle for him. And you have this assassin who's desperately trying to help this young woman who she accidentally blinded during a mission, played by Diana Silver. And you have her as part of this whole scenario. You have Sam Worthington playing an Irish assassin, which, it wasn't great casting. Sam Worthington really did not bring a whole lot to this, and honestly was pretty boring, and especially in how he fits into this story becomes such a big part of it, and you're just eye-rolling, you couldn't have found somebody else, and that's one of the biggest disappointing parts of it. And the energy keeps this film propelling because it's an over a 2-hour film, but the issue is a lot of the plot, you just get lost in the minutia of just too many details and stuff that's not interesting enough to make this an engaging mystery or engaging story part of it. The overarching idea of this hitman having to team up with a cop to take down this corruption, like that idea, the details, not particularly interesting or engaging, which does make the film drag, especially when there isn't the action or we're getting away from Emmanuel or Sy in the situation and we're having to spend time with other characters building up this mystery. And plot-wise, it's just not there. It still lacks that same prowess that John Woo had back in his Hong Kong days, but this is still an energetic, fun, crazy, over-the-top action flick that is certainly worth taking a watch, especially because it's just sitting there on Peacock, so it's streaming, easy access. Have a fun time, and hopefully go check out the original The Killer by John Woo. But those are my thoughts on The Killer. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.